I am Jenny Melin, and you are watching the Female Bodybuilding channel.
Yeah. Now we have the Female Bodybuilding channel news section with AJ and me, JB. There we go.
And finally, we are back, JB.
Yes.
I know you guys been pissed off because you saw some guys and men and bikini girls on our channel from Sweden.
Yeah.
But sadly, there was almost no women's physique girls in Sweden. So we had to freestyle and we had to promote the different athletes because the promoter invited us. So we used our platform to show the athletes throughout the world. Correct, JB?
Yeah, and the great backstage and so on. And
I had to force you to do the men, correct? You didn't feel that, did you?
Who forced who? That's insights. That's insights.
That's insight. Anyway, guys, there was no pro card given out in Sweden, but we have the winner on our show letter, Jenny Melin.
Yeah.
And as you can guide, is she the new Julia Fury, JB?
I think so.
Incredible, marketable, tremendous, fresh, marketable athlete, correct?
Yeah, I have problems with marketable, but yes, she's fresh. She's nice.
You have a problem with the word marketable? What do you mean?
Yeah, marketable is so capitalism. Yeah, fuck.
Stop being such a anti everything. This is you're vaccinated, correct?
I don't care.
Anyway, we have no pro cards. No pro cards sadly given out in Sweden because there weren't 5 athletes. And for people, one question, I forgot my thought. It doesn't matter. Or I got a DM from a female bodybuilder. So it completely, when you get a female bodybuilder DMing you, you don't care about anything else. Correct, JB?
Who was it?
It starts with an A.
An A, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, back to the point. So no pro cards given out. We have had a problem so far in Europe. We have 5 girls. The first show was the Ben Weeder. There was no women bodybuilders at the show, and there was not enough women's physique girl at the show for a pro card. But the winner was called what, JB?
It was Joe Kelly,
who you followed and me followed for a while.
Yeah.
People, you can see her Instagram now. We're going to put it up for you. Obviously, she had great conditioning, and this was her first time on stage, JB.
Yes. And you have to remark that she's over 30.
She's over 40, I think. Isn't she? We don't say. She went from a power lifter to a champion women's physique girl, but sadly, no pro card. Then we went to Sweden, no pro card again, and no women bodybuilders. But finally, the moment the pro card has been waiting for. First ever women's physique pro, and her name is
Sarah Crail from Australia.
So I think we follow her Instagram for a while. I think she followed us too. She's what?
Yes,
JB, don't you feel happy that we have all these young women's physique and women bodybuilder girls and people on the come up that follow our Instagram and YouTube?
Yeah, of course. I'm very grateful of that because, our work will get a little bit rewarded. So very good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We're here for the athletes and for the fans of women bodybuilding physique. So it's great having the support of the athletes. And she won in Australia, Sarah Crail, and we're going to get her on in the future. And we congratulate the first women's physique pro in 2022, Sarah Crail. Yeah. That's a great job. Then we can go on to JB, the first women's physique pro show in 2022. And we saw a battle with Dani Castillo, the 2017 Arnold Classic champion.
Yeah.
Or girl you see up close in Portugal, correct?
Yeah.
You like her physique?
Yeah, I liked her very much. Yeah, as well, very balanced. We discuss it. Watch the video. Carry up. Yeah.
Dani Castillo, Olympia athlete. She went mano a mano versus, well, you know what I mean, versus the return of the great one. She's up. Hey, I saw that face. She's up 7 pounds. Remember, this is a very short person. She's up 7 pounds of shredded muscle and conditioning even harder and tighter, and veins and vascular from everywhere. Rachel Daniels. We saw her last at the Olympia in 2020.
Yeah.
She took a break for reasons I don't know. I don't think we don't know.
No.
She's back here at the St. Louis Pro.
Yeah.
And she won convincingly.
Yeah. She won.
Incredible routines.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of passion, a lot of movement. You can feel the love for the art of performing, correct?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely.
Down on the floor with her knees and back and hitting the shots and like a mini Kai Green.
Yeah, she was always compared to him, yeah.
And she came back and she won, and we talked to her coach, and now she's only doing the Olympia, bro. No more small shows. She has 9 months for improvements for the Olympia in December. And what do you think she will do at the Olympia, JB? In your opinion, she just beat Dani Castillo pretty convincingly, who's a top Olympian. What will she do now at the Olympia, bro?
She could be a very, very, very close contender to Sarah Willigas, I think. Definitely.
Wow!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Surpassing greats like Ang Moon and Ivy Rain and Barbara Minaj, and really?
If she goes this way, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's gonna be. And what about Natalia Coelho?
Gonna be tight. Gonna be tight battle because I think
she's freakier than Natalia, correct?
Yeah. I hope that Natalia will can improve more and more, but there's some limits to improve. You know what I mean? So
before we talk about the coach and the red line in the sand, we can quickly Natalia Coelho. So guys, we have the Pittsburgh Pro coming up. We have the New York Pittsburgh Pro is sponsored by Sweirgosz.
Yeah.
And we have the New York Pro coming up, and we have the return of 2022 already qualified to the Women Physique Olympia, Natalia Coelho. Yeah. She's doing the New York Pro, and JB, she's in it to win it, correct?
Yeah. She has to. No, she has not. Yeah. But will.
For people who follow female bodybuilding Instagram, check that out. A female bodybuilding in our stories. We're going to be more active there now. We took a little break because there was really nothing going on in the hood, as they say. But now the season is back, so we are more rejuvenated. We're back better than ever. And we saw some pictures with Natalia Coelho from the Legion.
Yeah.
Compared to Sweirgosz Olympia, and the fans were voting for Natalia Coelho, bro.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So this means she's obviously the most popular women's physique athlete in the world, isn't she?
Yeah,
by fans.
For the fans, yeah, of course. Yeah. I think she does a good promotion, and her body is not. Yeah, and her body is great. So it's very, very. For me, it's personal. It's very difficult to compare. I wouldn't like to judge it on Olympia. No way.
Because she has a completely different body than Sarah Viegas and Rachel Daniels.
Yeah.
And what about Brooke Walker into that mix?
Also different.
Completely different.
Yeah. I don't want to judge it. So poor Sandy Williamson.
So congratulations to Rachel Daniels coming back and taking the women's physique world by storm. Yeah. Then we have to point out Shelby Starnes, last year, as people know, it was in the media. People were, you remember, we don't have to go into it again.
Yeah.
But in 2022, he has had the first women's physique pro qualifier winner. There was no pro card, but she won it in Joe Kelly.
Yeah.
Then he's had the first women's physique pro card given out in Australia, Sarah Crail.
Yeah.
And then he has the first show women's physique in the world. He's the prep coach, Rachel Daniels, and she was up in size and in condition.
Yeah.
He's just signed one of probably the most popular female athlete in the world, Missy Truscott.
Yeah.
And he just signed your favorite there, Collie Amandine.
Amandine, yeah.
Who is debuting in Port, and JB, we are going to Portugal, this summer, aren't we?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. I hope so, yeah.
Show support to your favorite, Collie. Stop trolling, bro. He has signed, this is not basketball here, but he started to work with Collie Amandine as well, who's making her debut in women's physique in Portugal.
Amandine Collie, please.
Yes. So Shelby Starnes is at this moment killing it, correct?
Yeah. I think, he got his reputation back. So, yeah. Thanks to that.
Pure wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. That's we like to see that comeback. And well, it's not a comeback. That's wrong to say. But you know what I mean? Like, he's totally winning everything, right? As the small start we've had, he's won every show.
Yeah. And I think the athletes got the trust back to him, and I find it very good because the other discussion how it was. So it's
guys and girls. I'd stop JB there. Well, say it, JB. Maybe there was something important. I cut you off.
I just said about the athletes passing by in 2021, and life goes on, and the responsibility is not up to anyone in particular. So
we are weeks. We are days away, guys, at home. We've seen bikini. We've seen men's physique. We've seen bikini. We have seen wellness. We have seen more bikini, and we have seen more men's physique.
Stop trolling.
Thank God in heaven we saw Brandon Curry in our classic at least. But we've seen a lot of other classes.
Yeah.
Finally, the moment we have been waiting for, the first bodybuilding show of the season is this week. And it's our friend, well, I don't know if it's our friend, but one of our favorites, Eva Montgomery. Let's hope there's more people in it. But as we know now, Eva Montgomery is going up in Vancouver, and talk to us what you see on this latest pic that we are seeing here, JB, on the screen. What do you see?
We see a tremendous evolution of her since last year. Her bulking phase is going very well, and now she's cutting on the way. And I think she don't lose any mass. I don't know where to go with the fat. Come on, I don't know.
195 pounds, my friend, at this moment in time.
Yeah, and days before the contest, gonna be very impressive performance on stage. Let's do it. I'm just such words.
When the girls talk about femininity and shape and all this, we say nothing. But we like the big girls, don't we, bro?
We like.
We like.
Thumbs up.
Very much so, don't we?
Yeah.
No, but in seriousness, Eva Montgomery, 195 pounds, is going to be in stage of 190. Even if it's not enough athletes at the Vancouver, she will get the Olympic qualification because they talked to Robin Chang. The Olympic qualification is there. And the season, guys, is soon on its way. Vancouver. Then we are hitting Indiana. We got Donna Salib, tremendous size put on, shredded hard.
Yeah. But we talked about it a lot. So
we talked about all these girls a lot. So Indianapolis, India, Then we bounce over to New York. And guys, we are ready for female muscle, aren't we, JB?
I am ready.
Remember to
subscribe, baby.
Oh, and we are
out.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everyone. We have now the promoter of the Vancouver Island Showdown in 2022, Mr. Sweirgosz. There we go.
We are 1 week out from the first women's bodybuilding event of the 2022 season, and also a joint women's physique show is at that show. And we have the promoter of the show, Corey. What's your last name?
Sweirgosz.
Introduce us, the viewers, about what show is this, and talk to us a little bit about this show, because fans are buzzing for the first women's bodybuilding show of 2022.
Absolutely. I mean, this show started in 2015 as an amateur event only. Fast forward 7 years, and I am elated to be promoting my first ever IFBB Pro show and bringing those two illustrious classes to beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. For people around the world, Victoria is a true tourist destination, and it is an absolutely incredible and beautiful, picturesque place. And you can see whales in the harbor almost on a daily basis. It's a truly unique and incredible place. So any athletes that are committed to coming to the show or thinking about coming to the show in future years, I definitely recommend that you take a couple extra days, you stay in Victoria, you enjoy it. It's a really beautiful place on the Pacific Ocean and a real rare place. It's kind of like, we're the California of Canada. We're a little bit colder, but we have incredible weather. I'm guaranteeing 100% sunshine for the show this year. The weather will be impeccable. It'll be around 25 degrees Celsius, which I believe is in the low 80 Fahrenheit for people in the US. So it's truly a great time of the year. We've got an incredible show. We are going to literally roll out the red carpet for the women. We are putting the women front and center at this show. They are the marquee feature of this event. So we're really putting the bodybuilding and physique in spotlight in the showcase. Sorry, go ahead.
First, you forgot one very important thing. What's the name of the show?
Absolutely. It's the Vancouver Island Showdown Pro-Am.
And one question a lot of people asked us, what is this CPA letters in the logo? What is that about? Because we're not sure what that means.
So that's the Canadian Physique Alliance. So that is the amateur portion, which is essentially, we are part of the NPC worldwide.
Okay.
The CPA is the Canadian affiliate.
Okay. One exciting things for people at home, and obviously now the list is already out. So this is obviously for the competitors that's watching this for next year. You have raised the prize money. Some shows, we just saw the list, is only $2,000 from other shows. You started at a higher prize money. Can you talk? And also you have some extra. You're giving money away to the winner to help their Olympia trip. Talk to us a little bit. Yeah. Why did you decide to raise the prize money?
Yeah. I mean, overall, honestly, I personally feel, and my team feels that, equity in women and women's sports in general are underserviced. And that's why we wanted to put the women front and center, because we believe that they deserve to have their own pro show here in Canada.
That's great.
We wanted to offer a $5,000 prize pool, which is above the average in both the women's physique and women's bodybuilding categories, because we want to give them the same opportunities to be able to compete and be able to win prize money. We know doing these shows, aren't cheap. We know it costs money to travel internationally. So we wanted to offer a bigger prize pool. We're offering $3,000 for the first place winner, $1,500 US dollars for second, $500 for third. And then Wisher Construction also stepped up to the plate to offer a $1,000 bursary for the winner of each class that gets their Mr. Olympia buy. They're going to get an additional $1,000 to help cover show-related expenses. I know that the Olympia often covers their flights and hotels, but it doesn't cover things like tanning. It doesn't cover things like transportation, photo shoots, hair, makeup. So we want, and Kyle, who was a great partner of ours, wanted to step up and offer an additional $1,000 to help cover those expenses that aren't covered by the organizers of the Mr. Olympia contest.
So that's obviously, it's more important for athletes than you probably know, because it's, to use more money on the prep than you win that first prize. Some of other shows, it's almost like an insult. So you're starting higher. That's a very good sign. Will, as a bodybuilding fan, we have had problems with streams. Will you have a stream that works, Corey?
100% we will. We shoot the entire show in 4K. Ultimately, with technology, you may not be able to get 4K on your side based off your internet connection, your browser capability, but you will at least be able to get 1080, which is still a great quality stream. We produce it ourselves. I own the streaming company myself, and I deploy the A team in regards to doing this. We are also going to be having commentating of the event. So Scott Welch from Muscle Insider will be doing commentating. I will be coming in and doing color commentating. And then we also have a women's IFBB Pro, Nicole Joyvu, who will also be doing color commentating for the actual women's categories as well, to give a women's perspective. And that's one thing that I want to just talk on a little bit as well, is that holistically through and through, we truly value the women's side of. There's 3 women's judges on the judging panel for this show.
But are they bikini judge? Something though, because we do value women commentating, but sometimes we have had bikini girls commentating women's bodybuilding and physique, and that hasn't always resulted in a good thing. So this pro is what type of pro is she? What class?
Women's bodybuilding.
Heavyweight.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
And since you are the stream owner, will the camera be placed so we can see the bodies and not just, we have a problem with people filming all over the place? Will we be able to see the bodies?
Yeah, dead center. You are going to have, the venue has impeccable lighting. It's I am a meticulous on detail. And, I encourage you, and I know I've given you access to it, and I hope you guys can give away access to some of the live stream to your members. You are going to get a very quality production that rivals the best of the best, and I want you to report back to me after the show how it is, because I do want to, hear your feedback also. But everything that we're doing top to bottom, we've invested in the quality. We invested the time, energy, and effort to make sure. We've already tested the live stream at this venue a number of times. We're going to be doing it on the Friday before the show again. And you've got my promise that it will be a quality stream, that you'll be able to see the physiques clear.
So for people at home, he's given us the stream. We will have a wrap up with not all the footage, obviously, but the highlights of what happened. We also gave us 3 free stream link codes, you can say. So this show is going to be out early next week. So me and JB will have to find out how we're going to give those 3 viewers a free stream.
2.
Two streams, yeah. And for people at home, you can hear his enthusiasm for bodybuilding. We can hear his enthusiasm for the female women's physique, women's bodybuilding divisions. We at Female Bodybuilding Channel, obviously, we cover only women's bodybuilding and physique and a little bit figure here and there, but it's so refreshing, Corey, to see a man that shares some of the same passion as us. We can tell you're sincere, and we wish you great success in this first show. But I predict once this, because sadly you have to be vaccinated, double vaccinated to enter Canada, correct?
Correct, yes.
And that's maybe why the list is not as many competitors as you would want, we could say, for the first season. But we predict the next year you'll have an even because this word will spread. The female athletes will see this type of enthusiasm you have, the type of production they will see. You told me you're going to pick up the athletes at the airport. Was this true?
Yes, absolutely. We are catering for the athlete through and through. We'll pick them up at the airport. We'll bring them back. I own a local gym called True Gym Gallery there. Athletes will have 24-hour access to the gym the entire weekend. Like I said, we're going above and beyond for these women. I don't expect anything. I'm incredibly appreciative for the athletes that have entered the show this year and entrusted me and my team to put on this show. But, I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to prove to every single athlete that's watching this that it is going to be a quality show, a quality production that rivals the best of the best, and earn that trust for athletes going forward. And you're 100% right. With the double vaccination here in Canada, it is what it is. It's one of those things that, unfortunately, I can't overcome the political, agendas that are put in place. But I'm not going to let that hold it back. I didn't want to put this show off anymore. We need to go forward with it. We need to make sure that this show happens. It's one of the, the first show in women's bodybuilding, second show in women's physique. It's early in the season, but you know what? The athletes that get those Olympia qualifications will have a ton of time to, transition for a bit of an off season and then gear back up for that Olympia prep. They're going to have that qualification, and they're going to be able to rest assured for the rest of the season that they're going in there to win. And so I'm really excited. We've got a great group of, women's physique and women's bodybuilding athletes here on the West Coast of Canada. I'm not sure how much you guys...
We need some... for people at home, it's the new reveal of Eva Montgomery. She's 194 pounds, shredded glutes. She's going to make her new reveal at Vancouver. She's coming there for the win. In physique, we have some crazy Canadian, we haven't seen them yet, talent. So we're very interested to see how they fare. And we have obviously the Olympia top 8 finisher in Christelle Swarovski. What's her last name? Christelle Swarovska? Swarovska. Who's one of the greatest women's physiques athletes in the world. Obviously, she's the heavy favorite to win. But you never know who'll be on, So this is going to be an exciting, especially women's physique showdown.
Yeah. Do you guys know Maria Lieberman?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, a girl there at 4'10", 4'11".
She's prepped by Shelby Starnes. I think she's 47.
Correct.
47. Crazy conditioning.
I think they call her the Giant Slayer. I've been watching her come in. I've been watching her come in for this event, and I will tell you, she will be on point. I really think she is the Sean Clarita of the sport in women's physique, and it'll be very interesting to see where she goes because she will be on point. She has been prepping for this show for a tremendously long time, and I know she's conditioned. I know she's on point. I'm excited to see her get onto that stage.
Christelle is going to smoke her, my friend. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about that. You're a giant killer. No. Well,
I was going to say, you have to play devil's advocate. There's got to be a storyline. There's multiple women that are deserving to be there. You never know who's going to show up. I mean, obviously at the time of this recording, the official list comes out on Monday. So we don't know who can join the show in the next couple of days. There can be some people sitting there, that haven't reached out to me to express interest in being to the show. So you never know who's going to be there. There's a lot of good events coming up. Obviously, there's the Indy Pro, there's the New York Pro. There's going to be great caliber of athletes prepping for those shows, and they may want to come, a little bit early and see if they can get some points. So you never know who's going to be there on show day.
Guys, first women's bodybuilding event of the season starts in Canada, in Vancouver. We thank you for coming on. Corey, we're going to post all the different details and all things in our video. And in 2023, we are coming to see it live. Corey, I hope you're welcome.
Yes, 100% you are. Let's start planning it now.
JB, we're going to Canada in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time, Corey. And we'll be watching the stream this weekend.
Awesome. Pleasure. Appreciate it. I just could do one shameless plug, influentialsports.com for anybody that would like to purchase the live stream.
Say that one more time for people at home.
Yeah. Influentialsports.com, or you can check us out on Instagram as well. Just Van Isle Showdown.
What's the pricing on this?
$49.99 Canadian, which converts to roughly $40 US.
Okay, well that's reasonable for a good production, correct?
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Yeah. Great.
And it also gives you access to the amateur show as well. So if you want to watch all the classes there, you can. You get amateur and the pro for the pay-per-view.
So there's a pro qualifier the day before, or in the morning, or?
It's just a regional, same day. It's just a level 1 regional event.
Well, the road to the pro card starts there, though, so it's exciting to see them anyway, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. Okay, Corey, thank you very much for your time.
Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you both. Much love.
Keep in touch.
Bye-bye. And now we have someone special. She stole the show in Sweden. Her name is Jenny Melin, and she's Scandinavia's top women's physique amateur, and she's on next on Female Bodybuilding Channel. And welcome to the Female Bodybuilding Channel return episode. I'm joined by JB as always, and we have the star of MPC Sweden, the girl who stole the show, Jenny Melin.
Thank you. Hello.
First of all, for the viewers and to you, we saw you on Instagram leading up to the show. JB texted me and he said, AJ, there's a new talent from Sweden. She has a tremendous back, but she's doing the wrong class. And and then I checked on your Instagram and you were scheduled to do figure.
Yeah.
Obviously that was not a match because you're too big.
Well, I was told that since I won the women's physique division, they couldn't give me justice in the figure division. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know about the rules. They sounded a bit off, but maybe I'm too big. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why I came third in the figure. Since I've seen the other girls from America and everything, they are quite big, so I thought that it would be a match, but clearly it wasn't. I don't know why.
Well, so we knew you were good watching your Instagram, but obviously it was hard. Sometimes when you see an athlete on Instagram, sometimes the girls appear much bigger on Instagram than they are in real life. So we weren't sure, and then we saw you. And JB, when we saw her walk out, tell us a little bit about the feel, Jenny, when you saw the whole arena, because you can hear the applause, couldn't you, when you came out for physique?
I've noticed that people are cheering me on and gelling at the video that I got sent to me when me and Therese are up on the stage doing the poses, the front double bicep and the side chest and everything, and then we turn around and we do the back double bicep and people start screaming. And I can hear it on the video, but I didn't notice it at the stage. And then my coach, when we got backstage again, my coach texted me on WhatsApp and said that, do you know how you look? And he sent me some screenshots from the live stream. And my friend showed me the picture that he sent me. And I was like, what the fuck, is that me? Oh my God, I look good. She was like, yeah, you look good. And I was so surprised. And I got really excited for everything. And I thought, oh, wow, well, this is really fun. I can do this all day.
And it was so refreshing in the amateur. Is this your first time on stage, correct?
No, I've done 3 competitions earlier. Yeah.
What year was that? What year was that?
2016, the end of 2017, I think, and the Sweden Grand Prix at 2019.
Okay. So for people at home, we're going to put in this footage because we were there filming. And what's so refreshing with you? You could feel the energy. You could feel you were happy, you were confident, you were expressing that you want to be on stage. Do you love being on stage? Is this something you enjoy?
Yeah. In school, I was a great singer, so I'm very confident being on stage. I've done a lot of performances up on stage in front of people, and I've done Christmas shows, paid Christmas shows, and everything. So it's nothing new to me. But that's music, and singing, but you can say that this flexing stuff, that's new. But if you smile, no one will tell that you are nervous.
What type of music did you sing?
I really love soul and old kind of music, like the 50s and the 60s. So that's what I like. Yeah.
Can you give us an example?
Can we get no, please.
Come on.
Please. No, I'm sorry. I can't sing anymore. It was like 10 years ago in school, and your vocal cords are also a muscle that you need to train. So if you don't, you lose it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Fast forward to the show. Before we ask some more questions, you dominated the women's physique. Teresa also looked very good for people at home. That's Teresa. Do you remember the last name, Jenny?
Malm.
She also looked very good, and it was a nice battle. Obviously, it was only 2 girls in that class.
Yeah.
You won. You went into figure. You got 3rd. But enough about that. What's the plans now for you? Because you got incredible physique, Jenny.
Yeah.
JB.
The plans for now is to I have increased my food, and I'm sticking to eating very clean. I'm trying to, at least, to get the maximum of this rebound after a diet.
How many calories were you on around? How much do you diet on for this show around?
We started at 3,400 something.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I was at my lowest, I was 2,000, I think. Yeah. Okay.
And we've seen some of your videos. How was your training intensity during this prep? Does it stay high, or how do you manage on prep?
I try to train as I always do. The energy levels were not so high, obviously, but I tried my best, and I didn't change anything at the gym. I tried to push myself to use the weights that I usually are lifting, but it slowly decreased in intensity. But I did nothing else than I used to do.
How much did you weigh on stage, by the way?
That morning I think I was 60 kilos.
60 kilos. That's okay. So that's like 135 pounds or something.
Yeah, I don't know pounds. we don't do pounds in Sweden. We do kilograms.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In Sweden, we've heard. I live in Norway. JB lives in Germany, and in Sweden, we were afraid to travel because we were afraid of the police. There's so much harassment of people that have some size. Is this something you're affected by as an athlete in Sweden? How do people look at you in Sweden, a girl with muscle?
Well, I'm very surprised that you are telling me this because I didn't know.
You didn't know?
No,
Wow,
I didn't know.
wow.
Maybe that's something that's more familiar or more common down in Stockholm.
Okay.
But I live like in the north of or in the middle of Sweden, and today when I was walking my dog, I can say that I saw 2 police cars today, and that got me thinking, oh my god, I never seen so many police cars
Okay, well, you live
for
in a quiet
so
place,
long, and it was 2 at the same day. So I
well,
maybe they are fans
that's
of you.
something new.
Good. Now, JB, no, I mean Jenny. So now you dominated women's physique class. You got all these extra people. I see your Instagram is going through the roof.
Yeah.
You have probably 2,000 guys on your DM asking you to flex, correct?
Yeah, they want me to send my used socks and everything.
Yes. how much is it for buy a used socks of you? How much is the price?
You can get them for free, but you can wash them yourself.
We will give it out to some viewer on Female Bodybuilding channel.
Yeah.
Do we sell them for $200 then?
Yeah. How is this feeling? You came from, I don't want to say nowhere, but you came from maybe not as well known to this complete everyone, like interviews with us, with people. Check out the interview on DD
on the spot.
DD on the spot. You just have interview. We're going to watch this tomorrow. And all these new people, Instagram, and maybe some sponsors reaching out, and all these DMs. And how does that feel?
You can say that I was a nobody because I was. Before the competition, I had 300 followers, and
wow.
I was not that active on social media, to be honest.
Wow.
And it all started with that someone took one of my flexing videos. I think it was the one with when my friend Helena is videotaping me when I do a lat spread, and someone took it and put it on TikTok, and I don't have TikTok. And then I woke up in the middle of the night. My phone was sounding ding, 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 ding all the time. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I think I had 2,000 more followers under a couple of hours because someone posted this video on TikTok. So I saw the opportunity to, get some recognition because I thought that maybe I can get some sponsors or something. And it is nice to be a nobody, an underdog. And I'm doing what I love. I go to the gym and I train every day, and I really love it. I'm looking forward to it every day. It's the highlight of my day. And then to step on stage and people see that you have put in some hard work, it just feels amazing. And I really appreciate all the recognition that I'm getting and all my followers. And I get a lot of messages in my DMs, and I don't answer everything, but I see it and I read it, and it makes me very happy. So it's not like me to be very active on social media, but now I feel like I have something to live up to. I know that's not the case, but I do get a bit anxious because I think that maybe people are expecting me to post a lot of videos and pictures and everything, and I get a little bit stressed out. But to the ones that got a lot of followers on Instagram, they got it like it's a job. It's nearly a full-time job posting pictures and So I don't have time for my nursing job anymore. I feel like.
Yeah, because you're a nurse you're not nurse on the side. You're a bodybuilder on the side. You're a full-time nurse, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
So, yeah. And did you work full time while prepping for the show?
Yeah, I work night shifts.
Oh,
wow.
Well,
Much respect.
That's awesome. That's incredible. But now, what's gonna happen? So now we know you can hang with the big girls in women's physique. This is clearly, we know. What is the plan right now?
To improve some of the muscle groups that I think are lacking or are a bit behind, I talked to my coach, and we had the same thoughts about the muscle groups that needs to be improved, especially my hamstrings and my adductors, my inner thigh, and also my rear delts. And I really like training arms, so I'm gonna focus a lot on the long head for the triceps to get a more fuller look from the side, so get some more volume. And of course, you can always focus on your abdomen and your calves and everything. Everything needs to get more dense, but especially my hamstrings, they are a bit behind, and I know that. But it's very fun to have something to work on.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet, and it would be a shame to be, top notch already. Then what am I going to do to keep up the motivation?
We're not supposed to ask a woman this, but we're asking anyway, because we want to know the career. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 29.
Okay, that's young. That's good. JB, that's good. That means
awesome.
we're getting so you're competing again. You're competing again in 2023, correct?
Yeah.
And this time, obviously, you are picking a show where there is a pro card, correct?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, and some more participants.
So for people who don't know, at home in women's physique, in women's bodybuilding, there's a big tragedy going on in Europe. There's not enough athletes to give out the pro card, because we need 5 pro cards, 5 athletes in the show. In America, they have a different rule. They can just give out the pro card even if just 1 athlete. We've seen that all last year. I don't know.
Oh, why. Really?
Yeah, it depends on. No, not really. It depends on the promoter.
Yeah, but it depends on the promoter. But we've seen that at least many times last year. It's only 1 or 2 athletes, but they have a higher connection to anyway, so they can give out the pro card. In Europe, sadly, we don't have this power to just give out pro cards if it's less people. So you have to find a show where there's 5 athletes. Obviously, maybe do you want to do it in Europe or do you want to travel?
Doesn't matter. I'm up for anything.
Because JB, usually Romania and Spain, they always have enough, especially Spain. With Emilio, they always have enough athletes for the pro card, and you have to check into that before the prep, of course. But Spain and Romania usually always have the pro cards, and now there's an amateur Olympia, Eastern Amateur Olympia in Romania. That's going to be every year. And for you, Jenny, who is such do you know what the Wings of Strength ambassador is?
No.
So you know nothing about bodybuilding, correct?
I know absolutely nothing. I'm a newbie. Yeah, I'm a newbie. I like to train. That's all I know. I can train.
So questions. Let's do a trivia. Or what is that we call? Yeah. Who's Miss Olympia today?
Sarah. I don't know her last name, but a fun thing that I posted a picture of her and me together, and I said, I put it on my story, and I said, eyes on the prize. And I was blown away because she answered me, and I was so starstruck, and I started crying and called my mom.
That's Sarah Viegas, correct?
Yeah.
She's the women's physique. I asked for Miss Olympia, but yeah, she's the women's physique Olympia. Are you familiar with Natalia Coelho and these girls?
No.
No? Well, that's exactly. Well, that's okay.
Can be good. Can be good. So no fear.
Good. Yeah. So Wings of Strength, that's the promoters of the Olympia.
Okay.
And they're very into women's physique and women's bodybuilding. And the owner, Jake Wood, the owner of the Olympia, he's the biggest promoter of women's physique and women's bodybuilding in the world. And it's his show in Romania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he loves your look, I would imagine, because you have that look that the Wings of Strength love. So obviously, it wouldn't be stupid going down there and getting your pro card there, because it can get you a lot of contacts, a lot of sponsors, a lot of future opportunities.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so you have to educate yourself on the politics of women's physique and women's bodybuilding, Jenny.
Obviously.
Obviously, JB, don't you have to a little bit education, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
you can ask us anytime.
Yeah, I will. I will text you on Instagram asking you.
Do that.
How do I do now? What am I gonna do?
No, because it is very important to know the politics and where to do it and what shows, and it will save you a lot of time.
Yeah,
because
I get it.
Who's your coach, by the way?
Jonathan Fogelberg.
Okay, is he sweet? What experience does he have? Who does he prep? How old is he? Talk a little bit about your coach.
I don't know a lot about him, to be honest. I've seen him. He's got an Instagram account that's the name of it is JF Athletes, and I've seen that he's helped a lot of, especially women, to reach really nice competition shapes. And I've heard a lot of good stuff about him, so I reached out and said, would you like to help me? And he said, yeah, of course. We've been working together since August last year. And I think that he's pretty happy with the result. But he said from the start, He said, well, you are quite muscular. And I never believed him. And I said, I told my friends that I think that he's saying this just to be, I pay him money, of course, to help me. And I thought that, yeah, but it's his job, and he likes to he likes to get paid. So he tells me that, it looks good. So I will continue. But obviously he was not lying. And he wrote to me that, do you believe me now? And I said, yeah, I think I do. So I said to him when this was over that I will not continue doing anything. I will not chase this pro card anymore this year. I will go back to my heavy training. And I asked him if he would like to help me next year. And he said, of course, I will help you. So I'm really looking forward to be working with him again next year for the upcoming competitions.
Is he the one doing your diet, supplementation, and training, or do you do something yourself?
I don't know. I hope he's not going to listen to this, because he helped me with my dieting, and he also wrote me a schedule to a workout schedule. But I'm a typical woman. I look at something and I go, no, not gonna do it. Not even gonna try it. I know the best, I think I know best, and I don't. But for me, it's very important that I really enjoy going to the gym, and I can do the sets and the reps and the exercises that I really love. And if I can't do them, that it's not going to work for me. So I tried his workout program like 2 times, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. So I do my own training, because that's what I really love, and it's taken me this far. So I must be doing something right. So I'm not going to change it. I'm going to continue doing it how I've been doing it all along.
So guys, we have found in the land of female muscle, we have a rookie who knows nothing about the sport, but who's coming from a place with Josefa, Alawi, Irene Anderson, and Jeanette are the three other famous female muscle girls, as you would say. Now we have a fourth one. This is going to be interesting. We can't wait to see you evolve. You're probably going to get bigger and harder and know more and be more confident and bigger on Instagram. We are happy that we saw your women's physique debut, Jenny.
Yeah.
You're right there.
I'm happy that you found me.
Yeah, JB, we did not only talk about Jenny after the Sweden of the competitors amongst the girls.
I say yes.
Yes, there was only one girl that stole the show, and I think I saw is it Ashkan? He wrote the same thing, you know, the Swedish commentator, and it's all we were sitting next to some women's physique pros watching you, and they were like, "Oh, who is this? She's gonna be good," and blah 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 blah. So this is awesome, Jenny, and people know where to follow you. We can put all the links and all the footage, but we have a tradition, Jenny. We have a tradition.
Please don't tell me to stand up because I got no pants on.
So you now have to stand up because you have no pants on. So we're gonna Jenny, we have to end it with a couple of shots because we are a big female bodybuilding channel and people haven't maybe seen your physique before this time. And we want to see some freaky muscle shots. Can you give it to the audience, Jenny?
What do you want me to do?
We want the front double, we want the back double, we want the most muscular, we want the side triceps, and we want some quad shaking. Is that possible for the viewers at home, Jenny?
Yeah, but I gotta put some pants on first.
We will wait while you put some pants on.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Jenny, you're ready to show the fans of female bodybuilding what you got after you've eaten a lot of calories for 1 week, correct?
Yeah, but I think I need to turn my phone. Is that okay?
Yeah, do that. I'm sure the viewers won't mind. Correct, JB?
No.
Sure.
They won't mind.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
So this is 1 week out from...
Yeah.
No, stop that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see the back double. We got to see the back double, Jenny.
Yeah, can you see my back?
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. Lat spread and back double by. So people at home, this is a talent. Look at this back lat spread, guys. This is very good. This is awesome. Next level women's physique, correct?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. And we need some most musculars, proper most musculars.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. JB, is this the new Julia Fury or what? Okay, Jenny, thank you very much for your time. I know the viewers gonna love you.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see you on stage in 2023. And we're gonna check you on your Instagram to see your update videos, correct?
It's gonna be fantastic. Keep following me on Instagram and help me to get big so I can reach my goals.
And there you go.
Good.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Last but not least, we have Miss Abzilla, Jada Beverly, 1 week out from the first women's bodybuilding show in America. And she's ready, and she's here on the Female Bodybuilding channel. Before that, remember to subscribe, and let's go! Guys, welcome to the Female Bodybuilding channel. And the women's bodybuilding season is soon upon us. And we have one of our favorite physiques in the whole world. Jada Beverly is here in the building. And how are you, Jada?
Good. How are you guys?
Thank you
for having me on.
We are really excited because we are 1 week away in internet time when this is out
Right.
to Indie Pro.
Indie Pro.
and you're going to do it, correct?
Yep.
We have
I mean, technically, it was planned months ago that I was going to do it, but so yeah, we're still on target.
We have Jada Beverly, we have Donna Salib, we have Lisa Kudrow, we have Stephanie Marie, and we have Teresa Ivancic, correct?
Yeah, and supposedly, rumor has it, there's 2 more, but they don't want to be named.
Finally, some drama.
It looks like there's going to be a lineup of so far 7.
Wow. What do you mean they don't want to be named? What is this for something foolishness?
Well, I mean, like I said, and when I was talking on Indie Pro Live, some people want to play, the old, the Dorian Yates, they want to ghost it, they want to be the shadow or something.
I don't agree with that gimmick when we have so few. I think we have Michelle Jin. She's prepping, so it could be her.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
She placed 3rd at Toronto Pro last December.
Oh, okay.
The Asian athlete.
Got you.
Then we have Eva Montgomery. She's doing Vancouver. Could be her.
I doubt it. I'm sure she would have announced it. I honestly think it's a new up and coming. Some people that might have just probably became pros, or it's some of the pros of long ago, like some of the older ladies that have been doing it for years. For instance, like I forget her name, but some of them showed up at Tampa, and she had done like the Omaha like pretty much every year. I think it might be somebody like that.
Oh, okay.
It's possible.
Well, first, before we talk to you, what's been going on in your life lately, Jada? What's going on in your life? What's
besides
new?
all the personal stuff? Yeah, there's been so I started prep in January. Everything was going fine, and then the opening of the business and getting the team together, that's been taking up a lot of time. So everything.
What business? What business and what team? What, so people can.
Oh, sorry, the muscle run training team. The muscle run training team. Yep.
Yeah.
Sponsors of the show.
There you go.
So that's been a lot of work. Launching all of that and getting everybody together. And I got a lot of new clients. So it's like taking care of them, taking care of me, taking care of personal stuff, doing the business thing. It's been a lot. So during the Arnold, everything was really coming in really well, and I was getting pretty excited. And then 6 weeks out, so that's 3 weeks from today, I came down with something awful, and I thought it was COVID. I went and got tested, and supposedly it wasn't COVID, right? So what the hell was it? Because it was awful. So I lost 2 weeks. I lost week 6. I lost week 5.
Wow. So
for me, that was almost a huge scare. It was as if my whole preparation had just imploded upon me. Like I was freaking out. I thought I was going to have to scratch, and that's the last thing I wanted to do because
you couldn't train, you couldn't eat, or you could train and not eat, or eat and not train. And how did that go for those 2 weeks?
Everything was being done, but it was being done at a 50%. Okay. So my appetite left there for a minute. I was still weak. I could barely do cardio. So it was not fun. So I've bounced back pretty quickly. And so like the last thing for me would have been to have to scratch such a show that I planned months and months and months out. I mean, that would have been such a letdown for the team. They pulled together so many finances to get this show in at the Indy. Yeah. And that's the last thing I wanted to do. It's not be able to walk up on that stage too, so.
Where you're thinking about, with all the recent deaths that's been going on in the industry, and you were sick and still pushing it, were you thinking about maybe pulling out?
At the time, yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, that's the last thing I wanted to do, but I was like, there's a possibility we might have to scratch this show, which would be terrible. So yeah, that possibility was there. But lucky for me, somehow God's been giving me like some serious perseverance. I've been able to kind of like get back what I felt like I lost.
Okay.
So now we're ending week 3. So the possibilities of actually bringing the package I originally was hoping to bring is still very possible. So I just
are you on track for this package, Jada?
I'm back on track now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at the Indie Pro, do you feel, has this prep set you back, do you think, or do you think you managed to overcome it? Are you looking your best now, 2 weeks out, or?
Well, first and foremost, my first show, unfortunately, is never my best look. It's a good look, but it's not my best look. Okay. So I was trying to overcome that this whole prep. Like, let me try and bring something great for the first time. Yeah. I think the only thing the sickness did was kind of take that away. So I'm probably going to be bringing back probably a better package than I brought last year, but probably not what I felt like I could have brought. Okay. But it's still, I feel like with my shape, I mean, we all know we all have our weaknesses and we all have our advantages. So one of my weaknesses, of course, is some parts of me refuse to get conditioned until like second show, third show. Okay. Also, I don't bring the size. So my benefit for me is like, I have to focus on my strengths. My strengths are obviously my structure, my balance, and things of that. And the 3D muscle, I do have like some 3D muscle. So like,
say that one more time. You do have what?
3D, like the 3D look.
Oh, we just want to hear you say it, because that's our favorite. That's what we fell in love with in the beginning, the 3D pop.
Yeah. So without size, I have to take that kind of thing and like really go for it with the benefits of, or with my strong points like those, you know, in the small waist. So I have the aesthetic look, because let's be honest, size is never going to be my game. It's just not.
Wait, stop there. Because I asked you on DM, I harassed Jada maybe once a month and asking, have you put on the size? And she said, so do you feel you don't want to put on more size, or you just want to talk to us about that?
No, my body type, it's never going to allow me to put on a ton of size and look right.
Have you tried?
In the off seasons of some of my other off seasons, I've gotten to a size that I was very uncomfortable with. Okay. And it took me even longer to get conditioned. So like, no matter how much size I try and put on, at the end of the day, my body has a limitation. Mm-hmm. So like, for me to get that conditioning that they're looking for, I have to be a certain size. And if I don't, then I'm going to look like I did at Tampa, where I didn't have any conditioning.
Mm-hmm. No, that's not going to work.
So you can't have that. So for me, it's kind of like I have to find that equilibrium where I'm big enough and I'm able to get conditioned and I'm not looking soft and fluffy. Yeah. So.
What look do you prefer? The bigger muscular look or the more shapely 3D pop, abs popping?
3D pop. That aesthetic look, keeping the femininity in there. Yeah, that's.
So who resembles that other than yourself, in your opinion, today?
There's a couple of them out there. You know, Mila has that look. Rashana has that look. A couple of the new ones that are kind of up and coming have that look. Some of them, I'm sorry, I don't know all of their names, but yeah, I mean. So there's a lot of them that aren't really that big, but the way they're shaped and the way their muscles pop on stage, they actually look bigger than they are. So
like Amela, who not a miracle, but she actually managed a top 4
the first time. Yeah.
Being outweighed by 30-40 pounds. Well, 30
I know,
pounds,
right?
and she still managed a top 4. So your goal is to do some type of similar thing, correct? And peak perfectly and bring out your shape.
God willing, if it's possible. If you know, I would like that, because if I don't make it to the Olympia this year, I'm gonna take a whole year off, because I think since I've been at this game, from amateur to getting my pro card to competing physique and now bodybuilding, that's an 11-year stretch. And then I've not taken a year off.
You never had a year off season, never?
No.
Wow.
So like, I think 2023, I think it's time.
Yeah. what's your plans? We have Indie Pro, and you said you don't peak until the second, third show. Does this mean we're doing New York?
Indie is like, we don't know how it's going to show up. I could show up with the right package, and I'm praying to God that I do. And a lot of my parts are really looking great. So it's a possibility I could actually pull off a very good placing at Indie. I have not put any thought in New York because that's like the next week.
What?
And if I was,
You haven't put in any thoughts in it, and it's the next week?
No, because if I had to do that show, I would be going out there with absolutely no support. The team can't go to the next show like that. After putting everything into this show, I wouldn't even have anybody to go out there with me. So I would have to solo it, and then I'd have to worry about, okay, I just peaked for this show. Now I've got to like peak back for another show. There's no time.
So what show are we looking at for option B then?
I don't know. I've been trying to get to Canada, but they won't let me go.
I know.
I wanted to do the Toronto.
That's coming up, or that was?
The Toronto would have been June 4th.
Okay, but you're not allowed in because of this vaccination.
I'm trying so hard, but with everything that's going on, I guess they went back into level 4 again. Oh. So like, U.S. competitors that are unvaccinated getting in, like, good luck. It's just not going to happen.
So that's a quick question about that, because I live in Europe, and I want to go to Olympia this year, but I'm not vaccinated, and I'm not going to get vaccinated. So I have to be double vaccinated to go to America. So for you,
is that what they're saying?
Yeah, you have to be double vaccinated to go to America.
What?
Yeah, that's your great President Biden's rule.
That's what he did. He's worked in Canada. Am I supposed to say that on air?
So with Canada now, is there some? Would you take the double vaccination for competing? Or is that a no? No.
You do not know what that stuff is going to do to you. I mean, look at me now. Like, I already got sick with something. We don't even know what it does. That was without a vaccination. And I feel like I'm not 100% back to my normal self. I can't even imagine what would happen if I got vaccinated.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not vaccinated. JB is vaccinated. He said nothing's wrong with him. So you can be lucky, JB, but you can also have side effects.
Some of us have a history of not doing well being vaccinated. See, when I was in the military, that was the hardest part for me, and that's probably why I only did 4.5 years. Those vaccinations that I was forced to get in the military, a lot of them made me very ill.
Okay.
Especially the flu shot. So I already knew that I had bad reactions to vaccinations regardless of what they were anyway. So that I already knew. So imagine me thinking about taking a vaccination for a new virus out there, which they had to basically make within like a 6 months period.
I know. I'm telling JB this all the time, but he doesn't agree with us. But JB, are you okay with those vaccinations over there? You're not dead yet.
Yeah, I'm really okay with that because
yes,
I'm 3 times vaccinated, no problems, no anything, and and
you're so lucky. I know people that got it and they did have some mild side effects.
Yeah, can happen to everyone because in every vaccination, it's flu, it's other viruses, and it happened. It's like it's biology, it's science. So just happen. But I want to say it's you can want it, you can do it, you can not do it. It's no problem. But with the army, there are proven facts that the army is testing around the soldiers with some not so clear vaccination. Because in testing it happened in Iraq, especially for instance. So okay. I can understand your fears.
We can have a whole nother conversation about this.
We can. But this is bodybuilding. So what improvements have you done to your physique since last year?
I definitely feel like since I didn't have that surgery like I had last year, earlier, my legs definitely are much better, I feel like. I feel like there's more definition in my back. We'll see though. I do think it's there. Of course, my My arm development and chest, I think that's pretty much the same.
Your biceps is popping on screen, Jada. We can see him.
Oh, are they? Good.
Yeah, we can see him. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So definitely improvements there, with a little bit in the back and a little bit in the legs, you know, and possibly maybe even in the shoulders.
What do you mean? Rounder, wider? What are you saying?
Yeah, possibly. I think my rear delts are a little bit better than they were before. Okay. So yeah. And of course my waist is still pretty small, always.
Oh, JB, this is our favorite waist. It's like a waist of a teen. I don't want to. Yeah. But anyway, a fantastic waist. This is. How many calories are you on this prep around?
Oh shoot! Anywhere from somewhere in the 1300s.
What?
Yeah, I have to cut pretty hard.
What? Are you using a bikini diet for the show?
No, that's just how we've always been with me.
Wow. So
yeah,
when do you,
I don't get to eat a lot when I have to cut down.
What do you start on then?
Oh, probably 16, 17, somewhere up in there.
Wow.
I've never been somebody that had to eat a lot to maintain their muscle.
Wow. How is it to train?
Like I'm an alien.
But how is it to train and work and do all the things you do on 1,400 calories for?
Yeah, I mean, you get tired. You get tired, but you know, with women, like we tend to eat less than men anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not meant to be easy. I mean, for me to get conditioned like they want me to be, I have to do something. So that's what's worked in the past. So that's what, you know, when I did Savannah, I was probably only eating 1,300 then too. So
wow.
Yeah.
And cardio is at how much?
I'm just doing it in the morning, 6 days a week, 50 minutes.
50?
50. Yep.
And you have your business and you have personal training clients and you, it's a lot.
Yeah. Lucky for me, a lot of it I can do from home. So I only meet up with a few of them. I only have 3 or 4 that I have to meet up with on a regular basis. So it makes it a little easier. But, yeah, that's the secret with me. Like, can't eat a lot of food, or I'll come in looking, you know, just not conditioned. So we really do have to. I really do have to cut back on the calories for me when I want to get So unfortunately, but
yeah, well, Jada, we wanted to get you on because we knew that you had some troubles with your health. We're happy that you bounced back. We are very excited to see you at the show. The show will be streamed.
Yes, it will be.
We will put the link here it's the first ever women's bodybuilding event at the Indie Pro.
Yeah, and here's another little FYI. Not that it means anything, but I just think it should be pointed out. Yeah. It's also, other than Omaha this year, it's also one of the only other than Omaha that is has a separate sponsor other than Wings of Strength. So there's not many shows that are not sponsored with, you know, that they're not attached to. So I don't know.
Independent.
There you go, independent. And I think that's good. I think it's good because Redcon took over for Omaha, I believe, because that's
Redcon.
Yeah, Redcon won. And so I just think that's great because I want more sponsors to be open and to be willing to support bodybuilding. And I don't think it should just be I don't think it should just all be the what do we call it? The responsibility of Wings of Strength. I feel like other sponsors should want to sponsor women's bodybuilding at different shows. So I feel like the Muscle Realm and Redcon 1 are starting to set that new example.
So we have Emilio Martinez in Spain. That's not Wings of Strength. We have the Vancouver Island, the new show, and then we have Indy.
Yeah, I guess I should have said the magical word, in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because I know there are tons of shows that are sponsored by all kinds of different sponsors that are not U.S. bound. I knew that, but I'm saying in the U.S. There was a time that the only female bodybuilding shows were under the Wings of Strength. Yeah, now this year, it's new. It's different. We have 2 shows that are happening with a different sponsor. And we need that.
We need that, don't we? More people involved in the sport.
Yes. We need to get away from that original fear, that original lack of interest or undesired, reality of bodybuilding, that people were afraid to support it, didn't think it was marketable. We're trying to change all that. So that's why.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
That's why I'm so happy that the Indie Pro, the quality of athletes that we have, you have to think, including myself and some of the other girls, like there's a lot of beauties that are doing this particular show. And
there's a lot of newbies. Yeah.
No, not newbies. I said beauties.
Beauties.
Yeah, very pretty bodybuilding women. And
very pretty.
Yes, I think that that's important because I want the world to see that, hey, you don't have to be afraid of this. We are just as pretty as the figure girls, as the wellness girls. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have a little more muscle, but so we're still good, So
are we happy that I'm very into Andrea Shaw. Are we happy that she's so beautiful? I'm very into Andrea Shaw. Let that be known. But are we happy that we have a representative that is this beautiful?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah. Oh, was that a no or was that a?
No, I'm saying you could say that. But she's very large, so like that is going to throw off some of the women like me. They're like, should I do bodybuilding because I'm never getting that size?
So you think Andrea Shaw is a little bit too big in your opinion, or?
I mean, she's Miss Olympia, so I have no right to say anything. She's worked very hard to get where she's at, but do I aspire to be her size? No.
Okay.
But it worked for her. It's what she is. It's got her the title twice. So like she's obviously doing what's best for her and she looks great. But for every woman to expect to be her size, I feel like that's not a good thing because many of us will never be that size. So I'm hoping that the smaller, more aesthetic women like Mayla Ash and all of them can start to rise a little bit to the top to give more encouragement for the smaller women to not feel like they have to be that size or bigger to do well in the sport.
Just for record, Andrea is what, 179, 180 on stage? What are you at?
I have no idea.
You don't know how much you weigh?
No.
Oh, really? You never weigh around? Like,
you're asking her weight or my weight?
No, what's your weight?
Oh, mine could be anywhere between 162 and 164.
Well, that's not that little though, but you're taller though.
I am. Yeah. And you know what happens to us tall girls? Our muscle bellies, they start to stretch out.
Yeah, I know. But as you said, there is hope because Mayla, as you know.
Exactly. Mayla would be a very good example. You put her next to Andrea and both of them are totally different, but both of them look fantastic in their both essentially different looks. So
and so it is past. Mayla fell off a little bit in 2021 because she couldn't bring the conditioning. So as long as you bring the conditioning with that shape, it's possible, correct?
It's possible, right? And she has that really round muscle bellies, so it helps her pop on stage. I think her trouble last year, I think she was having a couple of like
injuries.
Injuries. I'm telling you, they'll get you.
I know. At the Indie Pro, Stephanie Marie, have you seen her picture? She's up a little bit in size, correct?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you haven't seen the videos and pics, or?
No, I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl that is constantly looking at my competition. I know she's doing the show, so like I'm gonna let her do her thing, and I'm gonna do my thing. And we'll meet on stage, So I don't know how big she is. I have no idea.
No, because we've seen, and Donna Salib, she's put on some, the girls are putting on some size. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I may be the smallest. Maybe I will be. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think you are. I think we have Lisa Kudrow and we have, but your shape is going to stand out. As long as you're on.
I will say this. Me and Stephanie will be the tallest because I know she's pretty tall. She's like about a half-inch taller than me. So I know we'll be the tallest. But other than that, I don't know.
No. We want to thank you for coming on. We want to thank you to make the first American show so much more interesting because we needed athletes to do it. You are one of the athletes when people talk about women's bodybuilding to us, the people that like the shape and the symmetry and the 3D pop, you're one of their favorites. So some people like the big freaking, sometimes people like the beautiful shape like you. I mean, and you're one of the favorites for that. So thank you for making this show so much interesting.
Thank you for having me on, honestly.
But Jada, can we see the ab? You're known as Abzilla.
Oh.
Can we see the abs before because
the lighting.
Yeah, we got to see it. We got to see it.
Yeah.
And they're there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They're never going away. That's good. Okay. Thank you very much, Jada.
Thank you guys.
We will watch the stream in a couple of days.
Okay. Thank you guys and have a good rest of your.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.